Hey, this is the Geek Protagonist. Um, sorry, my posts have been a little sporadic. I've been trying to do this thing of doing 2 videos a day, 2 to 3 a day, um, like throughout the week. Um, you'll see a few other videos that are gonna, like I said, they're gonna be a little different format. Um, just so you know, sometimes I get migraines and stuff, so what ended up happening, I kind of did them a little differently. I didn't want to be around a lot of lights or anything. They're coming. Uh, some videos I'm going to be shooting or I've done talking about some events that may have already happened, but I wanted to share my opinion. The Nick Cannon situation, the Jay Lee and Tom King situation. Those will be coming, be more like this, but there's a few that I'm going to have that you're not going to see my face, and I'm going to just be talking more because I couldn't do much, but I wanted to get my thoughts out. But all the lights and everything was just too much. Um, so you're going to see like a kind of an influx come and make up for those other days. So about at least 4 more coming throughout Friday. Anyway, and I did shoot some more unlockings, but we're talking, I'm way ahead of that. So anyway, today I wanted to talk about some interesting movie news that I heard before I get into the negative stuff. There has been 2 movie announcements for 2 films that actually didn't do that great at the box office. As a matter of fact, it's well, first off, it's 47 Ronin and it's Tron 3. Now, I know with 47 Ronin, that actually lost the studio, I think Universal, I think they said it was like 100 million. And Tron Legacy, I think did all right, but it didn't do what they really, really wanted it to do. Um, so I don't know if you watched 47 Ronin. I did. I actually didn't think that movie was that bad. I didn't understand why a lot of people were like, ugh. Now, I did run into some people that were telling me, I remember, I just remembered a few. Um, they were kind of saying that, hey, why is Keanu Reeves doing this? Why are they having a call? Literally, I had people do this. Why are they having a Caucasian guy do this thing? I'm like, you do know Keanu Reeves is also Asian, right? And it's like they blew their mind. But I'll start with that. So 47 Ronin, to me, I actually thought it was cool. It took the idea of the 47 Ronin that, like, broke away from the Emperor to do the thing, but it had like some mystical things to it, and it was kind of like a fantasy adventure. I actually thought it was pretty cool. A lot of people apparently were like, about it. I can admit I am a very big avid fan of Keanu Reeves, and I'm talking about before The Matrix. Like a lot of people jumped to him with The Matrix. I'm talking back when it was Bill and Ted, which y'all haven't been able to tell. I can't wait to see the third one because I'm going to break out the shirt when I do it. And yes, I have a Bill and Ted shirt. Um, I loved him and enjoyed him in Speed. Was upset that he wasn't in Speed 2 Cruise Control. Johnny Mnemonic. I actually have some. My mom even turned me on to him. I like Keanu Reeves. Now I know everybody likes Keanu Reeves, but I've always liked Keanu Reeves. So I think with his current popularity and from what I understand, what they're going to do this time around, they're going to do 47 Ronin, and I think it's now going to be like Universal and Netflix, and they're getting the director who did. So 47 Ronin sequel is going to take place in the future, and I think it was supposed to be like 400 years. It's going to be a cyberpunk film, and it lands director Ron, I hope I'm saying it right, Yuan, uh, Yuan. And actually, he's the guy that directs Mulan, which looks great. Just the cinematography and everything. So technically, and this is going to Netflix. So from what I understand, I don't know if it's a show or just a movie, but they did say it is a sequel, and they've named it, at least so far, that it's a sequel. So This is going to be interesting because they're going to take this opportunity to probably reimagine it with a very similar situation, and maybe instead of doing magic, maybe it could be more cyberpunk kind of thing, like robots and things, kind of like Frank Miller's Ronin. I don't know. I, I liked 47 Ronin. To be honest with you, I enjoyed it. I thought it was interesting. The part that really got to me is when they had the guys that were shaking their heads like this that were like owls, and they were going. I just thought that was cool. I like fantasy adventure things, and it was cool because it kind of felt like history, and someone put a twist on it. Uh, but I understand why people may have not been like, "Oh yeah, I love 47 Ronin." But with the popularity of Keanu Reeves right now, why not? And the concept was good. I think people just weren't the biggest on the execution. And if you can make it work, and even if they like do something that throws it into a different place, but with that cyberpunk feel and stuff, kind of like that matrixy kind of giant demonic feel, like maybe they still use the swords, but maybe now guns. I don't know. Uh, but if they're going that cyberpunk route, it could be something along the lines of machinery, and it could be gunplay, or it could be swordplay. But now they're like oh, what is that anime? I think it was like seven. Is like the Seven Samurai, what basically the Magnificent Seven is based off of. But they did the anime, so like one of them was like a robot. One of them like it was kind of a mixture of feudal Japan in the future, kind of way. Um, and that's how they did. I think it was like Samurai Seven, and they did it that way where you saw the different people and they had their different stuff, but like some were more machines, some did things, and they kind of blended it really well. And I got a feeling that it's going to be something possibly similar. I like the fact that it's a sequel because they can kind of use the building blocks of the first movie and go, okay, here's what went wrong, here's what went right. I don't know a lot of people who didn't like 47 Ronin that watched it. Like I know my mom liked it. I have a couple friends that liked it. I liked it, but I think it's cool to give it another shot because sometimes a movie may need another shot. Now, I still think it's going off of Keanu Reeves' current massive popularity. I think it's a great idea. Netflix is going to put it on there. I think it's going to be something different, especially it could be something unique, similar to like Sucker Punch, even. What like when they're in the future, yeah, baby still used her ninja weapons, even though they were fighting the military and stuff. This could be something really cool and really imaginative. And if they pull this off, that would be really awesome. And it'll be another win for Keanu Reeves, a great, nice human being. Then you have the other announcement that I was very excited about, which is Tron. Now, Tron Legacy, the budget on that film was $150 million. So the rule of thumb is that you double it. So if you take 150, you add 150, that's 300 million. Now the movie, that's how much it's supposed to cost to break even or whatever. That's the rule of thumb. The box office, what I have here says it made 410 million, which means that it made 110 million in probably from the profit, or somewhere roughly around there, and to dish it out between the theaters and everything. The problem is Disney has a thing about you can make money, but you got to make enough money. Like you can be profitable, but you got to be profitable to what they expect you to be. And Tron had a really awesome cartoon. If you haven't watched that cartoon, try to find a way and watch it. Disney buried it, but that cartoon was really cool, and it was Elijah Wood. And I would catch it, and I thought it was just great, where it was like Tron was training his replacement. So now, Tron Legacy, spoiler alert to anybody that didn't see it, where it left off was that Korra, the character, actually came to the real world, our world. I should say maybe not the real world, but our world. And now it's showing that they can cross over into here. So now the new sequel has Jared Leto, who's right now kind of on fire with a lot of people. People are excited about his Morbius movie. I still can't wait to see that movie. The pandemic pushed everything back. Sad to say, but we got to make it where we got to make it. Eventually, we'll see it. But with that announcement, I'm wondering how, like, are they going to do another time skip? I think it would be cool if they did, because I actually really like the guy who played in the movie, and Olivia did a really good job too. That's actually the movie that made me really like her. So they, I think they should push it a little bit, like maybe show like a world. They could have like a crazy thing with the invasion. Um, Garth Davis is going to be set to direct it. Also, too, now this is a critique. Do your 3D when something. So if something's coming at you like this, that's when you do the 3D. You don't do the 3D off of a thing that goes like this. It was weird. The 3D was weird in Tron. But outside of that, it was really cool. Had that Matrix S kind of feel. I think it's a great idea. And it did seem like they wanted to do Tron, but then it kind of like was like, ah. So, like they even said, however, during a 2017 session with Joseph Kaninsky, he revealed that Tron 3 had not been has not been scrapped, instead saying it's in a cryogenic freeze. So they didn't know when they were going to use it. A few days later, it was reported that Jared Leto was attached to portray a new character named Ares in the sequel titled Tron Destiny. However, Disney has not officially confirmed that project in development. That was back in 2017. So Jared Leto's been tied to this for a little bit, even during his with the Joker thing. In June 2020, Walt Disney Studios president and music and soundtracks Mitchell Lieb confirmed in an interview that a third Tron film was being actively worked on at Disney. He said that Disney has a script written and was looking for a director, though was hopeful that Kaczynski would return, as well as saying that it was a high priority for them that Daft Punk return to do the score. Yes, that is one of the best merit matches ever. I agree. And the Disney Insider reported that the third film is still in development as a sequel, at least of sorts, with Leto, and is currently looking for a director to cast in Legacy returning in August, which we already know. Deadline reported that Garth Davis is doing it. So, oh, there was also a manga called Tron Legacy that was back in 2011. Tron Legacy was adapted as a location named The Grid in the 2012 Nintendo 3DS game Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop. Yeah, it showed up in Kingdom Hearts. Tron Uprising had Elijah Wood, Lance Herkison, Mandy Moore, Emmanuel Shiriki, Paul Rubens, Nate Quadri, and Olivia Wilde, who reprised her role as Cora. So, Tron Uprising, if you can watch it, it was really, really cool. I was sad that it ended. But this is good stuff. I think this is really cool. So 47 Ronin is going to get a reimagining with a cyberpunk kind of feel. I don't know if that means it's going to be more like Samurai 7 or is it going to be more like Sucker Punch where they're still going to be samurai, but now maybe they're fighting machines and fighting machine armies, or they may be enhanced. There's a lot of really, especially if it does something closer, because sometimes people don't get it. If they do like a diesel punk kind of thing, I'm ready to see it. I like to see what they're gonna do. When it comes to Tron, Tron is a franchise that I feel like Disney needs to put more into. That could be your next franchise after Star Wars and after Marvel and stuff. That needs to be a franchise. And right now, with Disney needing the money that they need, that's a priority to me. And I think you should start taking your IPs and IPs that you know have a dedicated fan base and really push. Don't expect to make $1 billion off of Tron. You already now know it can make roughly 400 million with a good movie. Try to shoot for that again. If you make more, great. If you don't, great. Just as long as you make profit. So I want to hear what you guys have to say, but I personally think it's cool. I want to see what they're going to do with 47 Ronin, with it being a sequel, but kind of a reimagining of it too. And with this cyberpunk thing, especially if it's like samurais versus like robots and the type of thing like that, that could be pretty awesome. And Netflix, you know, pretty good on their stuff. Love The Witcher. Uh, and when it comes to Tron, yeah, do more Tron. Don't just do, hey baby, don't just do Tron 3, do more Tron. Let's have this thing. I get the trilogy. Very happy about that. I still have to get the first Tron. I have it on tape somewhere, but I want the, like, disc. Anyway, are you guys excited about this? because I know I am. It's late, so I'm kind of calm. But like I said, more videos are going to come. They're going to be in a little bit of different format, like where you won't see me. It'll be like images or something because I just haven't gotten to edit them yet. So this is Geek Protagonist. You stay safe, you stay healthy, you stay real. Just as a kind of a news thing, I kind of covered both. I just wasn't feeling the negatives, but the negatives are coming. And maybe it's some old news for some people, but I still want to give my way in my opinion. I got more, if you're new to the channel, I got, reviews, I do news, um, and things like that. Uh, I already uploaded one. Just to let you know, there will be another comic book review coming, as well as a movie review. And I'm going to be trying to make it where I at least do one of those a week, a movie review or TV review, TV show or something like that. I'm still working all this out, so please bear with me. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay real, and I'll see you. Hey, thank you for visiting my channel. This is the Geek Protagonist. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Please, it'll really help me out in the channel if you actually share these videos. If you like what I'm doing, please hit that bell notification. Hit it, click. This way you won't miss any of my videos. Also, there's a thing on there that says personal and all. Hit the all. This way you'll get them every time for the notifications. I'm trying to, grow, trying to do commentary about what's going on. And I want to thank you again. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay real. This is the Geek Protagonist. I'm out, and I'll see you.